Hey there guys, welcome to another Daily Network video for October 14th, even though this is probably going to come out on the 15th because I'm doing this literally 7 minutes before midnight, so... anyway, enough of that. I want to talk about the trailer for Home Sweet Home Alone. I know it came out on Tuesday, but because I got the notification that I got 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I had to do the video for that. And then the stuff I got yesterday from the thrift store, I did that yesterday, so I didn't have time to do another video talking about the trailer for this. And so I figured, why not do one for today, for today's video. So, trailer came out a couple of days ago. I mean, this is of course well, I should say that this is the reboot / remake, kind of. I don't even know what I was doing with my fingers there. It's the reboot / remake of the original Home Alone from 1990, classic Christmas movie. Macaulay Culkin, Daniel Stern, Joe Pesci. Nothing needs to say more about Home Alone. Classic movie, and this is the revitalization, the rebooting of that. Like this is one of the first properties that Disney has now that they own the Fox library. That they're taking a crack at rebooting some of these because this is going to premiere on November 12th for the Disney Day event that they have going on. And I mean, this is pretty much this trailer pretty much is what I expected when I first heard about this. It looks unnecessary. It looks like they're trying too hard to, like, recapture the magic from the first movie. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in just a second, but on this trailer alone, this movie does not look very good at all. It looks like kind of it basically looks like a modernized retread of the original Home Alone, which, in my opinion, you really cannot remake this Home Alone in this day and age because, I mean, think back to 1990. Think back to when the first Home Alone movie came out. I mean, you didn't have cell phones, you didn't have the internet, you didn't have any of half the technology that we have nowadays. So back then, this would have worked, and back then, the concept of Home Alone would have worked. But if you try to do this today, there would be a lot of things that wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense in a modern sense. Like, for one thing, you can't really do the same story that the original Home Alone did and expect it to have that same kind of effect. Like when Kevin's mother does whatever it takes to get back to Chicago to see her son, like, you really felt like this was something serious. Like, this was something that she needed to do because she couldn't get the phone lines weren't working. There was no. The power lines were out. It said it would be hard to get in touch with them, and in the original movie, the police even tried to go to the house, and he can't. And he's just a little kid scared, and like they can't. They come and they're saying there's nobody there, and it's just like stuff like that's kind of hard to do nowadays. Like, it's like if you could just call your kid and say, "Are you at home?" and just because they have, like I said, cell phones, FaceTime, internet, stuff that the original movie doesn't have. So that's one of those things that's really hard to do in a modernized setting, and I think that's one of the biggest problems this remake has to work with. Like I said, one of the big things that I noticed that was not really working for me was the constant references to the original movie, and there's a lot of them in this one trailer alone. I'm going to show you some of that right now because it can get really annoying really fast.
But forgot one little thing.
Mom? Dad? Uncle Blake? They don't even know I'm here. They don't even know I'm here. This is my house. I have to defend it. Right.
I am trying to get home to my son. He was alone. I'm scared. And he knows his mother.
Yeah, you see what I mean? They kind of took, reword different lines from the original movie to make it seem like it's completely new and original, but honestly, it's pretty much the same thing as the original movie. Again, I'll show you what I mean.
This is my house. I have to defend it.
Where's your mother?
My mom's in the car.
I don't care if I have to get out on your runway and hitchhike. I am going to get home to my son.
I made my family disappear. I made my family disappear.
Yeah, it's like some deceptive stuff that they're trying to do here, but I mean, if you've watched the original Home Alone, you can pinpoint those moments so quickly. Like, honestly, I'm surprised that they didn't do the famous thing where Kevin puts his hands on his face and starts screaming like crazy. Like, I don't know if they're gonna do that in the actual movie, but I was actually surprised that that's not in this trailer. But yeah, those are the real complaints I have with it. Is there anything here that I liked about it? I mean, the cast looks actually pretty decent. The kid who plays the young kid in this, the main kid in this, is Archie Yates. If you've seen the movie Jojo Rabbit, he plays Jojo's friend, and he kind of looks like a young Nick Frost in a way. And I liked him in Jojo Rabbit. I thought he was very good. And this also has Ellie Kemper from The Office and Rob Delaney, who can be really fun. Both of these people can be really funny. They could actually save this movie at points. I also did like that they actually managed to bring in Buzz from the original Home Alone, Devin Ratray, and he's playing a police officer here. That's kind of interesting that he would grow up to be a police officer. And I think I heard Macaulay Culkin does have a cameo in this, but I'm not sure. But I would think there would be at least one cameo in there from him. I mean, I would think there would be one, but I mean, overall, this trailer doesn't really wow me. But then again, most kids, if you really think about it, we've had some really good family movies, some good kids movies out there the last couple of years that have had horrible trailers, and even some that are on Disney Plus too. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe this is just a bad trailer to kind of like get pinpoint the classic moments from the original film and put them in this one trailer here, and maybe the movie itself actually turns out to be good. So, you never know. I'm like I said, it's a Disney Plus exclusive. The movies on Disney Plus are there are more hits than misses. Like, I think there hasn't been a whole lot of real misses on Disney Plus when it comes to the original movies. I think the worst ones that they've had maybe are Artemis Fowl. I'm trying to think of some other ones here. Noelle was a pretty bad one, but I'm looking at the list here just to see what they have here. Because I need to remind myself of some of the movies that they have on here. There have been some decent ones, like the Lady and the Tramp remake that came out on the first day of the Disney Plus was actually pretty good. Togo was pretty good. Timmy Failure was a pretty good movie. Stargirl, Hamilton, of course, the one and only Ivan, the Phineas and Ferb movie, Soul, Luca, Flora and Ulysses, Safety. So they've had some decent titles on there. There have been more, like I said, there have been more hits than misses when it comes to Disney Plus original movies. So, I mean, I'm willing to give this a shot. I'll give it at least one shot here. I mean, honestly, it can't be any worse than anything that came after Home Alone 2. I mean, Home Alone 3 is still one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like, I know some people still give it a pass because they saw it when they were kids and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I don't know. It's like Home Alone 2 is a movie that I know is bad, but that's my movie. That's my Home Alone sequel that I'll defend. Like, it's a guilty pleasure sequel, but it's a fun guilty pleasure sequel. Home Alone 3 is just a bad movie, and then I can't even tell you what Home Alone 4 and Home Alone 5 were like because I barely remember them. But, like I said, this new movie, Home Sweet Home Alone, it looked like what I thought it was going to be when they first announced it. I did a post on how hard it is to remake Home Alone. I'll put a link to that below in the description, but that's just my thought on it. I mean, it doesn't look that good, but I'll give it a shot. I mean, worst comes to worst, I just never watch it again, pretty much. But like I said, it could be something. It could be a surprise, but it could also be a pretty bad movie. It's not going to take away my enjoyment of the first two movies, honestly. So, worst comes to worst, I just forget about this one, and I just marathon the first two movies over again. So those are my thoughts on Home Sweet Home Alone. We'll see what happens when that comes out next month. So, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for a new video. So, until then, take care.